The primary purpose of the early shuttle missions was to effectively deliver and return satellites into Earth's orbit. But they also conducted many valuable scientific experiments and were responsible for several other firsts in space. After making its first voyage into space on STS-4, the Continuous Flow Electrophoresis System, CFES, flew again on shuttle flights 6, 7 and 8. The device is a prototype unit to purify material for the treatment of disease. Combined results from earlier flights demonstrated that CFES could separate over 700 times more material and purify over 4 times that which could be achieved in Earth's gravity. Shuttle Flight 8 was the first use of CFES to separate living cells. Some of the samples were separated to continue research at Pennsylvania State University and Johnson Space Center, Texas. Others were used to further diabetes research. Other scientific activity conducted on earlier shuttle flights focused, as the CFES had, on research and materials processing, and was greatly enhanced when performed in the weightlessness of space. The mono-dispersed latex reactor was flown in a continuing attempt to improve the production of polystyrene latex microspheres for cancer research and glaucoma research. 5 student experiments flew on the 4 flights as part of an annual science competition. Studies varied from fluid convection to sponge and crystal growth to biofeedback. 23 Getaway special canisters were flown. Some contained stamped envelopes of the US Post Office commemorating spaceflight. Others grew snow, exposed seeds to zero gravity, and studied the effects of weightlessness on a colony of ants. NASA's Getaway Special Program was a unique opportunity to fly small self-contained payloads on board shuttles on a space-available basis at a very low cost. Perhaps the studies with the most human interest were those done on space adaptation syndrome, also known as space motion sickness, a malady which affects approximately half of all astronauts. The most extensive studies of SAS focused primarily on the neurological system. Oral sensitivities were tested, as well as eye movements and repeated physical motion. Measurements were taken of limb volume and external tissue pressure. If any of these tests looked torturous, it's no wonder the crew dubbed the doctor's mid-deck working area a chamber of horrors and mockingly gave him a taste of his own medicine. With ejection seats gone from the flight deck and water storage tanks and instrumentation gone from the mid-deck, there was much more room to accommodate larger crews. There was also opportunity for privacy, exercise, and as usual on any important trip, plenty of food. The success of these shuttle flights represented many accomplishments for the Space Shuttle program. Most importantly, the missions proved the operational capability of the space transportation system, that useful work can be done in space for the benefit of people on Earth.